Explosion rocks Trans-Niger pipeline in Rivers. An explosion has rocked the Trans-Niger pipeline at Bodo-Gokana local government area of Rivers State. The affected section of the major pipeline is currently on fire, though the exact cause of the explosion remains unknown at this time. Authorities have yet to determine whether the incident resulted from human interference, especially amid recent threats by militant groups to attack oil installations in response to the federal government's withholding of Rivers State's allocation due to the ongoing political crisis. The explosion reportedly occurred on Monday night along the critical export pipeline that transports crude to the Bonny terminal.
Hey, Sikan.
Jabi, go ahead, go ahead. No, you shouldn't around boss out. That push. All right, now.
Another pipeline explosion rocks Rivers State. Another pipeline explosion has occurred at a manifold in Onwariwa community, Ogba, Egbema, Ndoni local government area of Rivers State. The explosion, which was recorded on Tuesday evening, comes just hours after a similar incident rocked the Trans-Niger pipeline operated by Shell in Bodo-Gokana local government area of Rivers State. The latest explosion reportedly occurred at a manifold connected to a federal pipeline deep inside the forest. The affected pipeline is said to transport crude oil to Bayelsa State. Although there has been no official confirmation yet, community sources reported seeing massive flames and thick smokes rising from an oil installation in the area. The spokesperson for the Rivers State Police Command, Grace Iringe Koko, has promised to verify the incident. Also, another pipeline explosion has occurred in Barren Kingdom, Bayelsa State, just as the President Tinubu was giving his infamous nation address, declaring a state of emergency in Rivers State, which he was not constitutionally, empowered to, go ahead to remove a sitting governor. This chaos has caused a lot in Rivers State. Now,
They do now. Live in Yenagoa. Nagbara inside do this now. Oh my God. Another pipeline is off in Bayelsa State. Whoops. Unbelievable, but true.
in view of the above, the Biafran people have been advised to stick together And in this very important time in the history of the country, that the chaos is starting from Rivers State, Biafrans has been advised to continue and improve their donations to the Biafra Defense Forces to escalate this in other areas of Biafra land and ensure that this is used as a bedrock or a stepping stone to the full-blown unrest, as this is going to be to the best interest of the people of Biafra. If you look closely on what is happening currently, you will discover that Tinubu and Wike are already planning on how to take over states to ensure that they rig the election come 2027 and that the takeover continue to hold power in this country. This is their plan, and it is very important for you to know that it is likely that Wike and Tinubu have come to a secret agreement that hopefully after Tinubu, Wike takes over the reins of power as the president of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. The people of Biafra must seize this opportunity to ensure that they extend this chaos all around Biafra territory and awaken the spirit, the dead spirit or the moribund spirit of Biafra in the peoples and minds of the peoples of Biafra. People must understand this, that your only saving grace is Biafra. People must understand that for you to have a meaningful life, a better life, for you to progress meaningfully, you need the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. No one is against the declaration of the United States of Biafra. No one is against Biafra. But then there is a movement, there is a vehicle, there is a moving or driving force that would push for the total actualization of the United States of Biafra. And that is what we are all fighting to actualize and to achieve through the Biafra Republic government in exile. It is said that when a mother gives birth to a child, that mother nurtures the child until the child gets to an adult stage where that child can now live on his own and claim to be a mature person. And throughout this maturation stage, who takes and who nurtures that child? It is the mother that gave birth to that child. And that is why we are trying to let the Biafran people know the reason why the PM says go back to the Biafra Republic government in exile. It is that force, it is that mother that nurtures the Biafra, the United States of Biafra that has been declared, that Biafra Republic government in exile, which has been registered in the United States and in various other areas and various other countries. That Biafra Republic government in exile will now push for the recognition and push for the total liberation of the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra is a nation on its own. And you must understand that you cannot register a nation in another nation. What you do is you register a force that will lead to the actualization, the full actualization of that nation. And that is why you must understand that the Biafra Republic government in exile is saddled with that responsibility to ensure that the already declared nation of the United States of Biafra is completely free. And how do you do that? Your land must be protected by your military. Very important. That is the number one aspect. And then when you begin to push for recognition outside of your land, people will begin to see the need to support you because they are saying that you have taken at least over 50% control of your land. And that is way to go. That is the way to go. Thank you for listening. It is Biafra First.